Good morning everyone, how are we doing? Happy Tuesday! This is my last week in the UK. We're snowed in. I have not been working out. How's your week been? How's your weekend been? Have you been snowed in? Have you had the luxury of having a day off? What's been good to see, and even on Monday, this is the 15-minute by the way, look how much movement and direction we've got. So we're in a strong bullish trend right now. I was also looking at the 3-minute. I've been trading the 5-minute for over a year, but I'm considering going down to the 3. I just feel like it gives me more entries and a little bit more insight. So today let's try the 3-minute, see how we get on. I'm going to quickly draw my support and resistance. We can go ahead and draw a trend line. Yeah, I like that. We've already had the break new high, so we dropped straight through that area of resistance. What am I anticipating? My bias is still bullish, so I'll be looking for the bearish correction to play out and then a continuation of our bullish direction, and I'd jump in on the second leg of the bullish trend that we form if that's what happens. This is just what I'm anticipating. If I don't see that on the charts, then that theory would go out the window altogether. So right now I'm considering taking a long. I'm still very bullish. I don't think the bars are too stacked for this to be considered a decent entry. I'll take the failed second entry short. I want this bar to tap the EMA as it has done, and then to close above my area of support, which it didn't. That makes it a bit trickier now to enter. That's a very bearish bar. Price might still drop a little bit, and that's okay if it does. I don't mind if it drops a little bit further. I do want it to close above the EMA though. I want it to close bullish, and then I would buy. I do always get a bit nervous right before I pull the trigger. The only thing about the 3-minute is it is a bit difficult to know when the close is going to be. I want this candle to close really bullish. So the candle must be closing at 10:39. Well, that's obviously a bit of a shame. Gotta wait for the candle to close. There's nothing that I can do about that. Obviously that candle is much too large now to enter on. Shall we see the 5-minute? Yeah, I can't enter on the 5-minute. The 5-minute has not provided the opportunity. I think what I'll maybe look to do is over time and with confidence. If I'm reading the markets correctly, it matters less about the signal bar than it does the context. I think the context is more important. If I'm reading the context correctly, then I need to have the confidence in my knowledge and understanding. This is what I'm noticing since being full-time. I want more opportunities. I'm noticing the context is really important. The signal bar is not the be-all and end-all. It played out how I thought it would, and that would have been a winning trade. In hindsight, and as the months go by, I think I may amend my strategy just so I can take advantage of what I know is going to happen. It's trading with the trend. We're at support, we're at the EMA. We've had a break new low of the bearish correction. The only thing that was missing was the signal bar. So perhaps it's not a A+ setup, but it's a B+. I should feel confident enough to take those B+ setups, you know. So it's all a learning curve. I think maybe this is something I need to document, my B+ and my A+ setups, because the A pluses, I'm finding that they come up very, very rarely. Whereas the B+, where I've got one thing missing, it's still okay to take. Just something I'm gonna have a think about. So still expecting correction reversal. Don't know how deep that correction will be. So I did just have a think to myself, am I interested in buying at the bottom of the range? The answer would be no. I would much rather wait for a clear direction. I've got so much to do, you guys. I'm going to Vietnam in 6 days. I've not even opened or began to pack my suitcase, so I really need to crack on. I've been making a few calls today, just checking over my insurance, that's covering everything that I need it to, checking over if there's cancellation since we've got snow and we're forecast to get more snow, how that's going to affect me. So I'm not 100% focused on the charts today. Still waiting for correction reversal. Yeah, let's wait for the clear move. It looks like we are finally getting some direction. Be waiting for a break new low. Looks like we might have a spike and channel forming. Don't like drawing the wider ranges. I just feel like they're less helpful. We've got a bit of a micro resistance here where we've had maybe 1, 2 and then a third resistance. We do have the first leg of the bullish correction. According to the way I expanded this, we're still expecting a new low, but that might have been a bit premature. Sorry, I didn't have my mic on me. Let's see how price reacts with my resistance that I've drawn out. Is it the strongest resistance area? No, I wouldn't say so. Now we're just assessing what the bias is. What happens in the next few candles is going to be key. We'd be looking for a new low or an attempt for a new low and then a bullish reversal. As you can see, this was our first correction leg. We didn't get a new high. We then reversed. EMA couldn't hold. We rejected. We got a lower high. Maybe some people bought that. I didn't, given that we already had a new low to this, what I thought was a bearish correction. I was still bullish at this point. I was waiting for a lower high, which we obviously never got. We continued down. This can be considered a new leg on its own. I'm not going to redraw it because I can see we're clearly reversing. We've got some consolidation and then an attempt for a new low, which didn't happen. We're now reversing and it might be a little bit aggressive, but I'd be happy to take a higher low. It's currently 25 to 2, so this is probably my last opportunity. Guys, I am a mess. I had that sort of ready for quite a while, knew what it was going to do. We've had the break new low, had everything ready to go, but what I'm finding is by the time the candles close, it's too late. That's not really that appealing now, the way it closed like that. I'm going to hang fire and I'll be looking to take the higher low, and this is why it's good to wait for the closure. When I saw that the candle went from bullish and then pulled back, didn't close below the EMA, that would have been really worrying, but it closed neutral. I was like, I'm glad that I waited for the high low, which obviously didn't form. It is 2:05, so keep the charts open and I will update you if I do take anything. If not, excuse me, I'm looking very dishevelled. It's just... Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for your time. No trades today, which is quite disappointing. I think we're going to have to find a way to adapt, and the only way that we can adapt is by continuing to be present at the charts. So I'm going to continue to do that. Hope you've had a wonderful trading day and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. So as I say, I did keep the charts open. I decided to take a lower high, which should have been profitable, you guys. A 10 pip scalp was made, so I did break my rules by not closing the trade once 10 pips were reached, and next time I'll learn from my mistake.